So, today's stream, today what we're doing is we are playing Assetto Corsa Competizione, which I used to spell Competizione because I'm a tit, but I discovered there's not actually a tit in Competizione, so that's the first thing I learned about this game today. Well, yesterday. I've only played this game once, and that was for an hour yesterday, and by the end of it my arms hurt and I had the biggest smile on my face. If you somehow don't know what this game is, it is the sequel to the wildly successful Assetto Corsa, which is still being supported now and still with a huge modding community. But Assetto Corsa was kind of like Gran Turismo, Forza, the game we do not speak of. Some people call it Project Cars, other people call it a pile of trash. It had like a selection of loads of different cars, like touring cars, GT, Le Mans prototypes, all that sort of stuff. Now this is the sequel to that, but it only has one kind of car. GT3 cars, because it's officially licensed to the Blancpain GT series and the Intercontinental GT Challenge and the SRO and all that, the kind of people who are in charge of World GT3 racing. Helpfully though, GT3 racing is not only one of the best forms of motorsport that has risen in the last 5-10 years, but also one of the most popular. So just, even though there's only one class of car in the game, there's loads of cars. There's a lot of tracks. There's a lot going on here, and I haven't even got the DLC, which unlocks Bathurst, my favourite track in the world. So there's still that to go through. So this game is pretty hardcore. This game is it's pretty full on, but I like it for that, and I gave it a go yesterday just to see if it would all run okay on my machine. Seemed to run okay. I haven't yet tested this while I'm also streaming, so that could be a slight issue. We'll see how we go. To start with, let's just do a bit of practice, and I'm just gonna, okay, well, I'm lined up. You guys can hear me okay with the mic, that's okay. You can see me alright in sound and vision, and shall we do this? Single player, let's go, let's not do a race yet, let's just do some practice. Hot stint, hot lap, super pole. Hot lap, you will experience a free practice session hunting for the fastest lap. Live in sound and vision on the Radio Show Limited Network, here's a terrible knockoff of John Hindhaugh. Anyway, so we've got hot lap, super pole, hot stint, quick race, and some other stuff. You can do 24-hour race in this game, because of course it simulates the Spa 24, and you can save mid-session, and that is an option. That is an interesting option. But we're not going to do that today, obviously. That would be ridiculous. What we'll probably do after a little practice session to see that everything's working okay is do a sprint race weekend, because it would have been around next weekend or so, or this weekend coming up, would have been the second round of the 2020 Blancpain GT Series season, where they do a sprint round at my home circuit of Brands Hatch, which is in this game, and 6 years ago was my first ever accredited event as a motorsport journalist, back in the days when I was such a thing, rather than just some guy who likes motorsport and arses around with motorsport video games online. So that was a special, it kind of holds a special place in my heart. It's very cool. So we might do that in the game. But first, we're going to do a little practice session. You can have day-night cycles in the game, which is awesome. We'll just set it at midday. That's nice. And, yep. So, let's show off one of the other tracks in the game. First up. So I got basically all the tracks on the Blancpain GT Series calendar. So, going through, there's Zolder in Belgium. Yeah, the other Belgian circuit that's not Spa. You've got that circuit in Italy. You've got Brands Hatch, home circuit. You've got Silverstone. You've got Paul Ricard, that F1 track with the funny blue lines on it. You've got Misano, which is the other track in Italy that isn't Monza. And spoiler alert, I actually kind of prefer this one. We've got Spa, obviously. That's in there. We've got the Hungaro Ring. We've got the Nürburgring, not the Nordschleife. I had quite enough of that on the last Gran Turismo stream, thanks. I'm still getting over that. Barcelona, Catalunya, and Zandvoort. And we've also got in the DLC pack, which adds some more international tracks, you've got Bathurst, Mount Panorama, Laguna Seca in America, Suzuka in Japan, and Kailami in South Africa, which is very, very cool. I might actually get the DLC while we're on stream. We'll see how we're feeling about that. But for now, what we shall do is, I think let's do some laps at Monza, because it's a famous track, but it's also relatively well... Oh, hang on. Yep, there we go. We'll just stick with that for now. And what car should we do it in? So, at the moment, in the game, you've got the full 2018 season roster and the 2019 roster, plus in the pack, you get the DLC pack, you get the International GT Challenge roster, so a load more cars. So for the 2018 season, we've got a selection of an Aston Martin V12 Vantage, Audi R8 LMS, 2 types of Bentley Continental, a BMW M6, the thickish M6, so not the thick mate, but the thickish M6, the Emil Frey Jag, which I was a big fan of, I'll show you that in a minute, the Ferrari 488, the Honda NSX, 2 types of Lamborghini Huracan, the Lexus RCF, the McLaren 650S, Mercedes AMG, 2 types of Godzilla, the GTR Nismo, Porsche 991 GT3, and another variant of the Porsche 991, and the Reiter Engineering REX, which is basically a Lamborghini Gallardo. I'm not sure why it's not called a Lamborghini Gallardo, but whatever. So I think for this session, we're going to use a car I always really liked. This is the Emil Frey Racing Jag. It's based on the old Jaguar XKR, yeah, the Jag XKR, which is quite old now. Well, not that old, but in relative terms it is. But I just love the fact that this thing was out here, like every weekend in the Blancpain series, and actually doing quite well. It was just a 1-car team at the time. It's a Jag. Super Mike's here. Shout out to everyone in chat, by the way. Rezzy's here before his own stream. So he's going to be streaming some Gran Turismo 4 in a bit as well. If we're done here before he is, we'll go and raid his stream, go hang out over there, because Rezzy's, you know, the best, to be honest. We've also got Vic and Super Mike in chat, and a few others as well. And, well, so, yes, I think we're going to drive this for the first session. So we're at Monza. It's a practice session. We've got realism on custom, so damage rate 100%. Tyre fuel consumption enabled. Tyre sets unlimited. Brake temperature enabled. That means even so you don't even have to just warm up the tyres, you have to warm up the brakes as well. Formation lap, last corner, penalties enabled. So pretty hardcore. And we've got all that on, basically. No stability control. Ideal line, do I want that on? Yeah, I might do. Manual gearbox, but automatic clutch, because obviously we've got paddles, which is actually realistic. This is very helpful as well. This is literally, on my sim rig, this is a McLaren GT3 wheel, obviously off a McLaren GT3 car. Perfect for driving GT3 cars, and they are paddle shift IRL. GT3 is also quite a nice class for sim racing in, because they're very fast GT cars, they're great to handle, but they come as standard with things like ABS and traction control. So they're a little bit more beginner / pleb friendly, like for me, for example, than something like, I don't know, top-level Formula 1 or like LMP1s and stuff like that, which have like 1 billion horsepower and no traction control or anything like that. So these cars, it's nice driving this game because it's a hardcore simulator, but you don't feel like you. I mean, you shouldn't have to feel like a, you know, like you're not playing properly if you use any assists. I had this weird belief for years and years. I'm like, you're only a proper sim racer if you run with no assists, and then wondered why I hated driving around slowly and crashing. Just drive with whatever you're comfortable with. But what's nice with GT3 cars is that IRL, they have traction control and ABS anyway, so you can drive these cars realistically, but still with some driving aids on, which is very cool. So I'm going to stop waffling now and actually do some driving. And we'll see once and for all whether my computer can actually handle playing this game at the same time as streaming without blowing up. Yeah, it seems to be doing alright so far, but all it's been dealing with is some menus. Hopefully. There is a setting to have up to 32 cars in a race, but anything over 26, and the game warns you that it's going to take up a lot of CPU. And I ran a 32-car race yesterday. Well, I ran a 32-car race yesterday, and there were a little bit of frame drops, just here and there. So, okay, we're here at Monza. We're in a Jag. Let's do this.
Green light, give it all you can.
Okay, so we're in neutral. Did I mention the Jag has a V8? Oh. Oh. Sorry, I don't think I can drive today. I think I've just had a crisis. And there's our car. What cars look... Oh, this is the look behind button. There you go. There's our car. It looks beautiful. It's a thing of majesty. I don't quite know what the other buttons on the car, on the wheel do yet. I don't even think I can pause off the wheel. Let me just see. That's done a thing. That's put the wipers on. Has a new coat of paint been applied to my walls? That's... There we go. That's the wipers. That's something else. That's something else. That's something else. Yeah, I'll put the indicators on, I think. Yeah, right. Okay, so I don't actually know how to pause. I think I have to press escape on the keyboard, which is over there. Okay, should we do this?
Low tire pressure. Stay away from curbs.
10-4. Hello, Professor Hitch. You've joined us just in time. We're about to head out into Monza. In our Jag. Oh. Yeah, there's some cold brakes and cold tyres for you. A lot of squeaking of the brakes there. Oh, but the sound! The absolute majesty! Is all of this coming across on the stream, by the way? I hope it is. That's a funny looking Jag. It's not green at all. Yeah. They apparently do things a bit differently in Switzerland. It's a Swiss Jag, so it's in blue. It's a neutral colour. Car sounds are good. All right, 10-4. They're probably going to get a lot louder because I'm back on board. Oh my god, and also I'm so out of practice with this. Oh god, okay. How's the frame rate and everything looking on the stream? It's looking pretty smooth from here. Maybe the odd little judder here and there, but that's okay. What was it my engineer said? Stay off the curves. Stay off the curbs. Okay, as I just mount over the curbs. Okay. Seems to be running 60 FPS consistently. Oh, go. It's looking good. Oh, it's definitely sounding good, I can tell you that. Oh. Yeah, just because these cars have ABS and traction control on doesn't make them easy to drive. Oh. I'm actually having a crisis live on Twitch. Praise various gods. Oh, and I've got to brake for the first chicane. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, that's not gone well. Okay, well, that's how the chicane goes. I've just decided I don't make the rules. Guys, I can't concentrate. How are you supposed to drive when you're inside a car that sounds like God moaning at his tax return? How? When the angry yelling of Zeus himself is coming from underneath the bonnet. Oh, hello. Okay. Careful, AJ, don't get banned for sexual content. It won't be my fault. I can't help it. What am I supposed to do? This game's going to get us banned. Oh, God. Okay. Now, just try and focus, AJ. Hard to do, I know. Okie doke, yep. I like the fact that as well, in each mode, there's little challenges you can do. You see up in the top right, it just says drive on the limit for X amount of laps. Or for a whole lap without crashing. Which you haven't really managed to do so far. So what are we on, our second lap? Well, first flying lap anyway. It won't count if you kind of straight line the first chicane. Oh, oh! This car is just singing a ballad of the gods at me. Okay, if anything, I braked too early for the first chicane, but that's all right. It's the sound of a grizzly bear that's drunk a gallon of Red Bull. See you later, Rezi. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. Like I say, if we're done here before you're done on your stream, we'll come and hang out. Love Red Bull, he's good. I mean, he's literally the reason I'm Okay, right. Well, we did the first chicane correctly and then forgot how to do the second one. You know, I'm a man. I can't multitask. Focus on one thing at a time, you know. We've got the first corner right, and then we just have to, you know, focus on getting the next part right. I've also noticed something, by the way. I don't know if you can see on the tyre indicator down sort of next to the speedometer in the bottom right. The front left, I noticed this yesterday, it seems to go a little bit yellower. Or maybe we sort of flat spot it, I don't know. Multitasking, what's that? I don't know. I'm surprised I'm managing to talk and drive at the same time without smoke coming out my ears, to be honest with you. Have I mentioned how spectacular the sound of this car is? I think it's just because more load gets put into it. Oh, you're absolutely... I think you might be right, actually. Because I was driving... When I practiced yesterday, I was driving on a clockwise circuit, so that would make sense. Yeah, especially some of the fast ones. Right, can we do a clean lap of Monza without falling off? Oh my god! Okay, that's... Yeah, that's good. Why is the game not pausing? Help! Right, well that was a good reminder that my wheel wasn't quite secured firmly in place, which you should probably always do. It's also a good reminder that I don't actually know how to pause full stop in this game, so... Okay, so this is interesting. All the buttons that would normally be pause buttons in any other game. No. I'm very confused. I literally can't pause the game. Okay, there we go. Right. For some reason, I wasn't actually in the game. So escape does pause the game. I should probably just set a button on my controller, on my wheel to do that. Controls. Right, so presets McLaren GT3. Yep, that's good. Like the fact that it has that as a preset. Cycle camera, enter, back, up, down. How many buttons do you think I've got on this wheel game? You know, I don't think there's a way for me to actually set the scroll past the pause option. Oh, where was it? Hang on. There it is. Right. Button 4 on the CSL Elite wheelbase. Now which one's that? I can only see 2 buttons on the actual wheel. Okay, so button 4. Which one's that? Right, so that's button 2. That's just quit out, so that's not done a thing. Hang on, where is it again? There it is. That is apparently pause. This button, okay? But in game, it's change camera. Huh? Ah, if you hold it down, it's the... Right, we figured it out. Guys, I'm a genius. We've got it. Yep, okay, we're all good. Oh my god. Can this thing stop? You can tell this thing hasn't got a bout of action in a while. Oh my god. I'm now getting messages from Mother. Hang on a sec. Yeah, and if I try and lean over, because I'm using my phone to tether to the internet. Hang on a sec. Oh, there we go. Let me just... My wheel stand's drunk. I mean, it hasn't been used in a while. It's just all like, oh, now you want to pay me some very attention, is that right? Now, like, wheel stand, you're clearly drunk. Right, hang on just a minute. I have something to say. Can you stop trying to kill me, Rig? Can you stop doing that? Okay. This is where we need, like, hold music. Man figures... Tonight, a man figures out how to pause a video game. A man texts his mom on stream. Pizza. I am not drunk. Then can you tell the time? Points the clock. I'm not fucking drunk. I'm fucking drunk. So I just love the fact that in the chat it's just popped up like, join our Discord server. Yeah. Because this is really going to sell you on that high energy, high intensity, content, really. Right. Okay. Should we give this another go? Okay. Oh. There we go. And then, if we do that, yeah. Your rig feels like it could collapse at any moment. Apparently so. It seems to really want to lean over this way. It's very... Oh, has my face cam moved? There we go. It's very possible, by the way, that it's just because, like, the floor of my room is like the surface of the moon. The amount of, like, random craters and stuff in it. I don't know what it is. It's just... Whatever, it's always been that way. But yeah, it's very possible it's just in a sort of divot in the floor, so whatever. Anyway, should we get back to driving a car, which is kind of the point of this stream? Sorry, car, we've kind of ignored you for a bit. At least we've worked out how to pause the game. So today, kids, we learned something about Assetto Corsa Competizione. You can pause the game off the steering wheel. Whether I can actually drive a car in this game is another question entirely, I'll be honest with you. Let's go about doing that for a bit, shall we? As our quest for a clean lap continues. Whoa, 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 that's not how you do it. Sticking something the right height under the leg should work. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. This is literally, you can kind of tell how, like, slapdash this stream is. This is the first time I've streamed with my desk in this position and everything. This is the first time I've used the wheel and everything on stream since, like, and my driving ability's still not getting any better. Yeah, of course there's yellow flags out. Wonder why that is. It's like in a NASCAR game where it's like, yeah, there's a yellow flag. Watch out, there's an incident on the back straight. I know, I'm in it. That's the granny way to do the first turn here. But if it means we get to do a clean lap of Monza, then I'll take it, you know? Oh, we've... Do you know, I'm just starting to get the feeling that maybe I don't get on with Monza. I can't do this bloody... It's a simple track, innit? It's just some straight... Yeah, the line TM. There's a crash in turn 2. Me in turn 2 upside down on fire. Oh, really? You don't say? Okay, cool. Yeah. Right, so, with the practice successfully done, shall we get on with the race? I think we should. So, like I said earlier, I think my plan for the stream today is to do... no. Nah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Calm down. Can I not... Oh, hang on. Why won't it... Hang on. This is weird. Why... Okay, there we go. Thank you. That's what I wanted. It wouldn't let me select away from that. It was like, no, you want to buy this pack. Look, there's Bathurst. You can't change away from it. I'm like, yeah, I know it's Bathurst. I'm well aware of that. So, I think the game's figured out what we're going to do here. Now, I did also have an idea. But annoyingly, the... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did also have an idea as to how to select what car we drive. I vote to use the not a Lamborghini. Oh, is that in the 2019 roster? Do you know what? I don't think it is. Hang on. No, it's not in the 2019 roster. But this rather lovely Aston Martin V8 Vantage is. So, How many cars are in the 2018 roster? There is... Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Huh. So, I'm thinking it would mean me risking my life trying to get out of my seat again, but I am feeling using the dice of destiny to decide what car we drive in this sprint race weekend. So, there we go. At some point, it'd be cool to see you in Mika Hakkonen's McLaren. Oh yeah, isn't that? Yeah, he's done some races in. Yeah, he has in a. Very cool. Question is though, is it painted like his old silver and black McLaren Mercedes? So in the 2018 roster, there is 18 different cars. So what we're going to do? Oh, that works out perfectly actually. We will use 3 dice of destiny to decide what car we drive in the weekend. So, no, it's quite similar to his helmet design. Here we go. Right, we'll roll them on the floor down here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, 5. You can see from there. 5, 4. That makes 9, and then 10, 11. So. I'm crying out. Oh my god, I've been falling over. This stream's an absolute disaster. Oh my god. Anyway. I'm a professional streamer. Today's not my day. If I'm honest, Professor Hitch, it's not. I also love the fact that I got a notification overnight that Bacho Grande, so it's Stephen Bacho, I want to say, of formerly of Jima's sim racing team, followed my Twitch channel. If you're lurking, by the way, Bacho, they're normally a bit more professional than this. AJ's losing the fight against the sim rig. Okay, so what did we say? 11. Right. So, starting up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh! We get to race the Lexus RCF, which is also from Emil Frey Racing. Yeah, that's basically... Yeah, that's the only choice. Okay. Nice. Okay. Ooh, we can also have that livery. 14 or 114. Okay, so we've got the choice of the number 14, driven by Albert Costa and Christian Klein, former F1 driver Christian Klein. Or we have technically Toyota, so I'm happy. But there you go. Or we've got the 114, which is driven by Stefan Ortelli and Norbert Siedler. And then we've got the endurance lineups, which are... They've added Marco Seafree to the 14, and they've added Marcus Pautala to the 114, which is very cool. So, I think we'll go for the 114, just because I like the livery. I like the fact that you can have, like, a full showroom feature here. That's very cool. So, yes, very cool as well. I've never driven the Lexus in this game so far. So, what we'll do, we'll go to Brands Hatch. I have driven that at Brands Hatch, so I should vaguely not be terrible. Right, so sprint race weekend. 2x 20 minutes. Yeah, qualify 2x 20 minutes. I wonder if we could have, like, Super Pole. One of the best standing V8s in racing. Correct answer. Yeah. Well, we'll skip practice. We'll use qualifying as a practice. It's okay. It won't be. 10-minute practice, why not? We'll just skip the second one. Opponent count. Where does it say... Require selecting more opponents. So, we can go to a max of 30. Without blowing everything up. But it is Brands Hatch, so what I'm actually going to do... is only go for 25. Opponent skill, 90. That seems to be quite good based on testing yesterday. 80 for aggressiveness, that's quite good. And fortunately, we're not dealing with the AI from Project Cars 2, so we're pretty good. I think we're just about ready to go. Oh, let's have a look. Ooh, hang on. Hang on. We can have upwards of a storm. Interesting. Okay, let's just keep those standard for now. I don't kind of back myself to have that sort of ability. I'll be honest with you. Everyone ready? Let's do this. Okay. So we're going into a practice session to start. And there's the full field. Looks very good. This representation of Brands Hatch is very nice as well. And let's drive. Why not?
Green light. Give it all you can.
Okay, I'll do my best. Oh my. Let's just ignore the fact that two Audis were trying to make a baby Audi as they just went past in the pit lane there. Okay. I think the frame rate may have dropped slightly because it's loading a significantly lot more at the moment. But let's go. Okay, we've not... Oh dear. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, no, physics don't exist in the pits. We're fine. Oh my lord. Mike was right. Oh my.
Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curbs.
Yeah, he told me that at Monza. I kind of didn't listen to you. But these guys in front are going nice and slow on their outlaps, so we'll probably just do the same. How does it look on stream, by the way? Is it okay? Because the frame rate has definitely dropped on my screen, but it's not unplayable. It's still kind of between like 30, 40 FPS, maybe up to 60 at some points. Oh my lord, no. No, fam. How? Oh, it's just the sound of Godzilla. Yeah, the frame rate's low, but it still looks okay. Okay, good. Ooh, frame rate's picked up a little bit, I think. Now we're on the back part of the circuit, not having to load so many pesky fans. Good to see you again, Brands Hatch, and you are looking resplendent in this game. It's always nice when Brands Hatch is in a game, because I have direct reference to whether the tracks in a game are looking good or not. Because, you know, I've walked around, you know, I've been going to this track for the best part of 20 years odd. It's literally 10 minutes up the road that way from me, and I've walked around the whole track. I've done laps of the Indy circuit. And, yeah, it's kind of an interesting way to, not reference, but you know what I mean. Okay, tyres are nice and warmed up. Let's cut the big bad Lexus loose. The howl! Oh my god! Oh my lord, listen to the sound of that! Okay, if the Jaguar was the sound of God getting angry at his tax return, this is the sound of God in a road rage incident. Oh, it's just evil. No, this can't be God. This can't be God. This is too evil. This is the sound of Satan having a road rage incident. Oh, oh my lord. Okay, focus. Focus, AJ. Focus. Oh. Oh. It just sings. It sings a melody of rage and violence and sonic fury. Oh, Dice, I'm so glad you decided that we drive this car today. Much as I love the Nissan GTR, that might have been my pick. I don't think it would have sounded better than this. Okay, first lap time's been put in. Let's actually focus a bit, shall we? If I go quiet on the next lap, it's because I'll be concentrating. There we go. Give it the beans. Forget internal combustion, this is infernal combustion. That was my personal fastest lap, and I spent most of it orgasming, so see what I can do when I really actually try. Down to first, into Druids. Boot it off the Druids, there we go. Brake there, and then turn in sharp, lovely. Corner on the track I actually find the most difficult at times. Now up onto the long circuit, onto the Grand Prix loop. We are so far third from bottom on the timing sheet, so that's, you know, not too bad. Onto the long circuit now. Whoa! Careful, there we go. And then a deceptively tricky corner, and then down the hill through Dingle Dell. Blind crest of Dingledale Corner itself. And then carbon brakes for Sterling's. Oh my lord. Then clearways and Clark Curve, which are technically separate corners, but they're just one big long corner of speed. Okay, first actual standing lap. How does that look?
Well done, mate. Personal best.
7th overall. Okay, I'll take that. In late apex, there you go. Oh my god. 3/10 up on this lap so far. hairpin. There you go. Lovely. Picked up some time through there as well. Whoa, slid a bit there. Wheel hopped. Okay, we're still up. Still okay. Nice. We're not even into qualifying, let alone the race, and I'm already starting to feel pain in my arms are already starting to feel sore.
Well done, mate. The fastest step so far.
Holy shit, we've just gone fastest overall. Hey, I'll take that. Haha. A little bit of time out there. Let's say that corner's. I can never remember it. Never remember the name of it. Sheen, maybe? There's two corners back to back through there, but on the Indy circuit, I always get the name of them wrong. Who needs a gym when you have intense full speed back? Oh, hello. Okay, we'll have to abort this fast run because some donkey in front of us has slowed down. Oh, hello. Slowed down quite a bit. They're just coming back to the pits, I assume they must be. Can't see anything on the screen that suggests a yellow flag or anything. No, okay. Maybe the car in front of this Merc in front of us has only just come out on the track, so it's a bit slow. Maybe. Could do on this, probably what would be the last lap of practice. Just spat the cone all over Kent. There's now bits of plastic flying all over, flying outside my house actually, you'll see that cone. The problem with Brands Hatch is I love it a lot, but in these cars in particular, it's a tricky one to pass on. And that is reflected in this game. There's only about 2 or 3 really good points to send it. Now that corner can be one of them, but you have to be very close to get there. Now the next corner isn't really a passing one. You have to slipstream on this Merc.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I like the fact there's a little monitor in the middle of the screen that shows up. It's like a sort of radar. It's like the Gran Turismo Sport radar that comes up in the middle of the screen. Big fan of that. It also kind of looks like the vision cones from Metal Gear Solid guards. Also a big fan of that. It's like a combination of the radar from Metal Gear Solid and Gran Turismo Sport. Big fan of that. Kudos for that, Kunos. Tish. And also, chat, can we name our Lexus? I mean, I know we're just borrowing it from M4A Racing. Can we name this Lexus? Well, it needs a name. I feel like a car this terrifying definitely needs a name. Lexi. That's a good one. Yeah. Alexa, play Lucifer. Okay, well that's the end of practice. So, well, we'll end practice fastest, which I was pleasantly surprised by about 4/10. Now I don't know if I was just the only one going full chat and everyone else was running like race, like practice, I don't know, race setup laps or something. Or maybe I just need to tweak the difficulty level. While we're on the slowdown lap, let's take a look at our Lexus. Oh, it's spectacular. It's beautiful. And it's pure. Underneath that bonnet beats a heart of pure evil. Beats a heart of pure violence. Permission to name it myself. Put the L in Lucifer as the Lexus badge. I like it. But I might just... Well, there's still some cars out on the track. Oh, they're just finishing their final laps, I guess.
Session
Oh, there
is
you go.
now over.
Oh my god! It doesn't autopilot! It doesn't autopilot! There you go. Yeah, one thing to note, it doesn't autopilot once you go over the start-finish line. Right, well, okay. So, Stefan Gachet, I assume his first name's Stefan, in the Santalot Racing Audi got the fastest first sector. We got the fastest second and third sectors, and we were the only one in the 126s. Name it whatever you want. It's your car. I've had an idea for what I want to call it. I'm going to call it Megatron. Because it's big and brutal and evil, and it's a car. So, yeah. We'll do that. So, I wonder if you can adjust the AI difficulty between sessions. Well, we'll see how qualifying goes. That works so well. What, Megatron? Yeah. Ooh, I like this. Okay. Okay. Aggressive preset. Requires a more precise driving technique, which I don't have. A stable setup based to start exploring your car and circuit, capable of good lap times with a hint of understeer. Do you know what? I'm going to take this one. Yeah. How can I just pick that one? Already an hour in, still no race yet. Seems like about right for an... Oh, wait, you! Look, listen. I had to do my shopping in the first hour of the stream. Yeah, you're right. I can't say anything else, really. Oh, right. Okay, so this is just the second free practice. Can I not... Hang on. Can I not skip to the next session? Is that not something I can do here? Maybe if I just... Hang on.
Go.
Return to... Oh, next session. Okay, hang on. Skip session. There we go. Go to the next one. Yep, qualifying. Okay. Can my phone please not spam me notifications from hours ago? Okay. Whew. So the qualifying sessions will be back-to-back, and then the races will be back-to-back. Okay. Right, let's do this.
Green light. Go.
And away we go. Nearly crashed into the pit wall. Sounds standard. And Megatron is unleashed. Now, you know, we just have to, you know, obviously let the tyres warm up a little bit. And the brakes. I forget that that's a thing as well in this game. Tell you what, Druids is a good way to warm the brakes up. Well, the front brakes, anyway. Yep, that's the front brakes warmed up. And that's also the tyres mostly warmed up as well. Love little things like the little race logic timer and stuff like that in the car, on the dashboard. That's very cool. All the levels and everything still good? Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, God. Lovely. Go. Cam is here. Cam is here. Hello. You arrived just as I'm about to do a flying lap of Brands Hatch. And before we do that, let me just introduce you briefly to Megatron. The scariest sounding car I think I've ever driven in my life. How many GT3s have been written off? Well, there is currently an Emil Frey Racing Jag that's over in Italy, currently having most of its sheet metal fixed back on. But this Lexus, so far, has been... Cam jinxed me. The moment he shows up in chat, I'll nearly bin it. Oh god, there's people on their warm-up lap up ahead. Let them get... Oh no, they're so slow. Okay, we need to get ahead of them. We need to get ahead of them. We need to pass them right now. We must pass them immediately. Whoa, hello. God, they're going to be... Oh, no. Okay, go. Go. Start your laps. Okay, I reckon that's good enough? We'll give it to the bridge. Okay. Okay, here we go. First flying lap proper. Hopefully there's no more breathing idiots coming out the pits. Otherwise they're going to get yeeted into next Sunday.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
Well, of course my personal best lap is the first one I put in the session. There's nowhere near actually any good. The hottest of laps coming up. Hello, Bacho. How are you doing? Good to see you in Chatto. We're currently driving a Lexus, which is the loudest thing in the world, and I've named it Megatron. Because, you know... Yes, Cam, that is the exact same. I like the fact my chat seemed to react like it was a run-in from a wrestling run-in. Like, wait a minute! My God, it's Bacho! My God, it's Bacho! He's here! It is quite volume heavy. It's just a bit. If I was driving this car IRL, I would have bleeding ears by now. Never mind bleeding gums Murphy. I'd be bleeding ears Johnson right now. Are the levels working alright though? First flying lap looking good though. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Batcho. I hope you enjoy your stay here. What's this first lap looking like?
Well done, mate. The fastest.
We've just gone fastest. Okay. I wonder if there's a way to adjust the difficulty level in between the sessions. Oh, hello. Oh. Then again, maybe it's not such a bad idea. Oh, there isn't. Okay. Then again, maybe it's not such a bad idea that the AI are a little bit slower than me because home field advantage paying dividends. There is that. Oh, hello. They vary track to track. Oh, okay. I wonder. I love the fact that in the top right it's got a thing where it's just like, drive carefully. And apparently I haven't completed that objective yet. I don't... Oh, hello, though. Alex Ruberas has come within a tenth, or just over a tenth of a second on my best lap. Ah, the track medals, that's the one. Oh my god. Salikov now, stepping up. Okay, do you know what? I'm going to go bang in another one. There you go. Vic got it right on the second try. So Salikov in the Ferrari came within 0.05 of a second, toppling us. So we're going to go for another fast one here. We pull in and see where we land for race one. I might skip qualifying for race two to make that interesting. Although coming from the back around here is an absolute nightmare, I can tell you that. Wheel on the grass there. Not the fastest line around the track, believe it or not. Oh, do you want to turn? Oops. Yeah, good. I see, you can tell I'm really pushing it. Start making strange noises. Oh, God. Oh, no.
Your lap time
Guys, I just have a feeling that this lap won't be better than the last one. Well, I've annihilated the brake marker. You know, good start. Okay. You killed my brake marker. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry about that. Get Jonathan Palmer to bill me the invoice for it. Alright. How do I enable the pit limiter? Is it on? Okay, the pit limiter's already automatically on. Okay, good. Right. Come in and return to garage. And see if anyone can beat that. We'll build you a new one. Yeah. Get some polystyrene. Oh, made of polystyrene, aren't they? I hate the second gear disabled the limiter. Ah, that's annoying. Well, at least we know how that it works when you bung it into first gear. Timetables, what's that? It's close up front, you know. This ain't a walk-away pole at all. Not walk-up. What am I trying to say? I've tried to just merge runaway pole and walk-off game winner shot. I've tried to merge that into one at real tracks, so they just have a guy who has a stack of spare brake markers. Just piled off in a shed. Walk-off pole. Yeah, there we go. Just gone on, I've already got out of my car. I'm at the food trailer in the garage. Just going to get a hot dog, cup of tea. You know, feeling confident. Everyone else is still out there trying to beat my pole out. My team are like, do you not want to bang in a candy floss? Do you not want to put another lap in just to be safe? No, mate, I'm done. I'm good. Relax. We've got this. Well, if no one can beat my lap, I definitely need to get this when it comes out on PS4. Oh, you do. You really do. Well, we've got 21 seconds to go. We've got 21 seconds to go. And unless someone can go better, then I think we have got pole for the first race. Which will then mean I will then, to counteract then, skip qualifying for the second race to make that one interesting. Although knowing me, I will definitely bin it off pole from the first race. Yeah, I think we just got pole, lads. Well then. I wonder if they might hold off and make it a launch release for the PS5. I can't find other than the pit crew cleaning bits of brake marker out of the splitter. Well, you know. Oh no, actually, max wait time. People can still bang in some fast laps until that is over, isn't it? So if you're already on a fast one, PS5 will run PS4 games anyways. Oh, okay. So you have a little bit more time to wait then. Can anyone else beat this absolute donkey who somehow frauded a pole? Yes, Vic, backwards compatibility. A thing consoles have been trying to make you forget is the thing for the last few generations. PS4 is just like, backwards compatibility, what's that? And now PS5 is just like, look, fine, we'll make it backwards compatibility. Compatible, no, combustible, explosive. Explosive consoles. Okie doke. Well, 1 minute 45 to go, and unless someone down here throws in the mother of all laps, then, you know, I just feel like most of the newer games will get resolution and frame rate bumps as well. Ooh, nice. Okay, that's very cool. I guess architecture-wise, PS4 to PS5 is closer. The PS3 was quite different. That is a fair point. Was that not one of the reasons why the PS3 struggled with backwards compatibility for the PS2? I can talk today. Was that they tried to run PS2, but it was basically an emulator in the console that was doing that. Some sort of alien klaxon going off in the pits. Inserts PS3 disc into PS4. Stop, you violated the law. Well, there's that alien klaxon going off again. Guys, I think we can safely say our pole is good. I think we've got it. PS3 and a weird cell chip. Yeah, okay. Right, so next session then. Hang on. It says skip session. Does that mean my lap won't count? There is a decent PS3 emulator for the PS3. Okay. For the moment, I do have an... It's Palmer. He's coming for you. Yeah, he's just going to knock on the window in a minute like... Excuse me, do you know how much one of those brake markers costs? I'm like... Look, just leave the invoice on the desk in the garage. Alright? Look, I'm busy, sir. You got your private helicopter and all that. That's very nice. Now we've got a pole. There it is. We've sealed it. And, yeah, I'll take that. Okay. So, for the second race... Right, well, yeah, that's the results qualifying run. Games like Uncharted 3, The Gran Turismo, and The Last of Us, I suppose, don't run properly. Okay. Yeah, well, we've done a thing. So, we're on the pole for the first race. Or is this like a knockout qualifying thing? I like how the dash was still ticking as if you're on a lap while you're sat in the garage. The frame rates aren't too bad, but they're glitchy as hell. Okay. So, yeah, no, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. Okay. So, what we'll do for this one.
Green light, show them what you got.
No, I've shown them what they've got already. So, next session. Yes, there we go. So we're going to start on the pole for the first race, and then last for the second one. I don't actually know how to start on pole. I've never... Okay. I'm not nervous at all. You know, this is quite... what's the phrase? In at the deep end? For someone who's done barely any sim racing with this wheel since, like, November. And even that was Gran Turismo Sport. Which, you know, simulatory, but not this. So, I'm going to take a drink. And, pray for me. I want you to go out there and hit the pace car. It's entirely possible. Okay.
Stay in double file.
Okay. Right. Stay double file. All right, lads. Do you want to form up? Okay. Well, whoever's on my left is still there. 10-4.
Low tire pressure. Stay away from curbs.
Well, I'll try to. No promises. I am actually... Oh my god, I shouldn't have looked in the mirror. I've just pooed myself. I have just actually shat myself there. Help. Help me. Pray to various gods. Wait for the lights, wait for the lights. Away we go.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
It's side by side. Whoever was on outside pole has got round me. And I think we might get yeeted by an Audi into Druids, nearly. Oh, he's up the inside. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Clear on the right.
Oh, we got away with that one. Oh, God. Nearly just missed Graham Hill Bend altogether, which I still argue is the most deceptive corner on this entire track. Because everyone's paying attention to Paddock Hill and Druids, but no one pays attention to Graham Hill. Get after him, driver. Okie doke. 10-4 cam. Salikov's out in the lead in the Ferrari. Rinaldi Racing, is that? The 333? With bare asses behind us in the Audi. Set gun sights on the Ferrari. Our tyres are still coming up to pressure. Coming up to temperature. Back part of the circuit, the first time in the race. Up over Dingle Dell, first time. What was that about not hitting any curbs on the first lap? Sorry, engineer, didn't do that. Okay, well, we've made it one lap round Brands. Okay.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
That does make me laugh. Well done, mate. Personal best. What, really? My only lap of the race? I'd be a bit worried if it wasn't my personal best. You're literally slower than the lap you haven't done yet. Curb jump right in front of me, I swear. Yeah. Exactly what it was. There's the bare ass behind us in the Audi. Just sitting a second behind Salikov in the Ferrari. That's okay. Tyres are nicely warmed up now. So let's see if we can find a way around this Ferrari, shall we? It's a Ferrari, as Jeremy Clarkson would say. You can never not hear that name as bare ass. What? Rib bare ass? No. I think he might get black flag for that. Sir, you're not in your race suit. Well, I'm living up to my name, bare ass. Haha. Good sir. Sir, this is a subway.
Well done, mate. Go see your fastest lap.
So leads down with 6 seconds. 6 tenths. It's about another half second back to the man with the bare arse. Super Mike, you've ruined his name for me now as well. It's a good lap so far. Closing in on the Ferrari. On the Ferrari. And so far, very impressed with how my PC's holding up. This is easily the most CPU intensive. That was not a good time to. That was not a good time to start discussing how my PC is actually doing quite well streaming such an intensive game and playing such an intensive game and streaming at the same time, I should say. And believe it or not, driving a 500 plus horsepower race car and commentating, quite tricky. It's okay. How many minutes in? We're barely 5 minutes in to an hour-long race. Oh god. We've got one mandatory pit stop to do in the race.
Well done, mate. Fastest lap in the race so far.
All drivers must run at least one stint. Oh, I forgot to change to first for that corner. Okay, do you know what I think might be a good idea? We'll start going after the leader. Going to attack mode. We could wait for the pit stop to try and jump the Ferrari in the pit. But where's the fun in that? Forza Horizon 4, probably the most graphic-intensive racing game currently. Yeah, that was the one that literally tanked the. I couldn't stream it because it just tanked that. More because I don't know if it's just because it was poorly optimized for PC as well. That might have a thing to do with it. But that was also before I got my new GPU. I got a 1080. I want to say a 10. Oh no! Oh no! No! I've done a bad thing. Bad thing has happened. Dang it!
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh, do you want to go past, mate? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, he gets me F's in chat. Okay. We are down to the timing screen hasn't shown where we formed to yet. But if it's all the same with you, I'm going to stop talking about computers when I'm on the long circuit. Maybe save nattering about computer parts when I'm not in a race. Right, we're only down to 7th though. That's okay. It doesn't look like we've damaged the tyres too badly. So now we've got work to do, as if we didn't already. So we've got one of the Lamborghinis in front of us with Christian Engelhardt behind the wheel. Let's go after it. Now it's time to find out how little overtaking opportunities there are in a GT3 car around Brands Hatch. 10-4 Cam. We got this. Yeah, down still plenty to gain here. Oh, yes, there is. Down Pilgrim's Drop.
Car on the left.
This is audacious. This is audacious. This is...
Clear on the
Oh,
left.
we got it done. That's not a place I normally count as a passing corner, but I'll take it. Right, well, that's where I dumped it last time. Hopefully no repeat this time. No repeat guarantee. Only on Absolute Radio. Batcho. Absolute Radio Batcho. That's actually the new Absolute Radio station you've never heard of. They've got Absolute Radio 70s, 80s, 90s. Absolute Radio. Yeah, just the regular Absolute Radio. And now Absolute Radio Batcho. I don't know what they'd screen on there. Probably you're only allowed to use songs that are used in either video game or motorsport TV broadcasts. So the Chain by Fleetwood Mac would obviously be a given. Game behind Hubert Hout. I'm going to say this is his first name. He's in the blue Merc. I want to say this was the guy we were following in the first practice session. It's definitely a blue Merc we were following. Definitely got a quick car for this one. My thing at this point is like, oh well, when you set the AI to, like, who cares? I need to get out of this mentality of being like, oh, I have to have everything set on maximum
Car on
hardcore.
the left.
We're gonna pass another guy into this corner.
Clear on the left.
Get it done. Nice. Turns out that's my new favourite corner on the track. Take that. Back up into the top 5. There's a little bit of an air gap forming between the top 5 now. A bit earlier for that corner. That's better. Yeah, I really need to get out of this mentality that I have to like set everything on maximum hardcore to be a proper sim racer, and then wonder why I'm not enjoying it because, you know, I'm driving way above my capabilities or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not on maximum difficulty level, like, I remember years ago now, back when friend of our channel, friend of all of us, Andre Harrison, was still on YouTube as Harrison 101, and still doing F1 career modes and stuff. And he used to get so annoyed when people were like, "Why are you not playing it on max difficulty? Good him 9." And I need to sort of remember what Dre said back then. Like, if you play a game on max difficulty and don't enjoy it, what's the point? Similar to yeah, kind of. And the funny thing is, it's all relative anyway. Because, like, I can compare myself as being cracked compared to someone like Juma, and then Juma's been racing against F1 drivers, and has been like, well, yeah, he thinks he's crap compared to them. I'm sure he isn't. But, you know, it's weird. But at the moment, the facts are this. With 5th place, I started on pole, I lost the lead before we got to turn 1, and I binned it. Shed. Shed, Monaco. Shed, Monaco. You're beginning to see the difference now. Yeah, I remember that as well, Vic. That was funny. It's just like, dude, just, you know, who cares what difficulty level you play at? The whole thing about being good at video games as well is just tedious anyway. Anyway, enough talk about that. I've got a pair of Audis to hunt down to get back on the podium. That's why I usually play games on easy. Hello, Jet the Bomb. Good to have you on the stream. And yeah, whatever difficulty level suits you and you have the most fun with the game, that's absolutely it. If you want to play a racing game with some assists on or no assists on, whatever works for you. Oh, hello. Sit rep, by the way, Jet. We are, well, we did start on pole for this race, and then I binned it. So we're now in 5th. But I'm on the comeback trail, and I'm hunting down a pair of Audis, and I've spaffed that one completely up the wall. The only thing you need to know is meet our car. This is Megatron. Because it sounds evil. And it is evil. Right now, it wants to hunt down a pair of Audi Autobots. He sounds of rage. With the heart eyes for Megatron. GT3 is, I think we're finding out, GT3 is full of quite a few, like, kaijus. You've literally got Godzilla, We did hear this car IRL, and I've heard it IRL at this track. Excuse me, where did my voice go? Yeah, I've heard this IRL at this track as well. I've heard a lot of these cars in this game IRL at this track. But yeah, we would have heard them IRL at Team Le Mans as well, because they're in the GTD category in IMSA. And this Lexus is run by... what is the name of the team that runs these the Lexuses in IMSA? I love that in GT300 there's a team running this engine in a Prius. I love, yeah, there needs to be Aim Vassar-Solomon, that's the one. And isn't Jack Hawksworth, one of the drivers, the most northern sounding driver ever? I remember when he was in IndyCar for a cup of coffee, and he was interviewed during a race or something. And they were like, so Jack, what happened out there? Well, you know, I just kind of got a bit wrong up there. I'm surprised it didn't go, well, you know, I cocked it up, and the bloody idiot up in front, he just ruined me pie. I mean, that's just disgusting, really. I think I was distracted from the Lexuses at Team Le Mans because I was actually cheering for Catherine Legg and the Acura team in GTD. I'm in the wrong gear for that corner. How many minutes in? Right, we're barely 15 minutes in. Oh dear. And I've still got the rest of this race and another one after this to do. And my arms are already starting to feel like they'd rather fall off than continue driving. But never mind. We've got to run on the Audi. Dries Van Toor, he's pulled out. Can we send it into Paddock Hill? Can we send it into Paddock Hill? This will be audacious. We've done it. Hey! Lovely. Well, nice. Be careful about tensing your shoulders. Oh, that's a good call. Oh, Dries trying to get back up the inside. Come to think of it, there should be an official Super GT game. There really should. This is quite nice in a way because the whole like single series licensed game has kind of gone away a lot in the recent generation because it's just so expensive to make games. So you have like either F1 or a NASCAR game, and even NASCAR isn't AAA anymore. But then you just have games where there's loads of different series in it at once. So we got Gachet up in front of us in another Audi, and then Riberas and Salikov are quite far way up the road now. So the closest thing is arguably Gran Turismo Sport. For Super GT, yeah. Come on, Megatron. Defeated one Autobot. Sorry, Audi. I'm going hunting for another. And Suzuka Fuji in Autopolis. Yeah, that well-known racetrack in Fiji, in the Pacific.
Car on the left.
Oh, I didn't mean to even do that. Oh, but it worked.
On the left.
When yeeting is life, sometimes you do it and you don't even mean to. Okay. That's it. Later, yes. Later apex for Paddock Hill. That's the most difficult thing about Paddock Hill Bend. Like, the actual apex and the best line leaves the turn into really late. And it's like, you can't see the apex until really, you're basically over the hill and halfway around the corner. So you just have to turn in, trusting that A, you haven't left the turn in too late, and B, that the corner's going to be there on the other side of the hill. Speaking as someone who has driven around that corner IRL, it's terrifying. I don't want to try it in an LMP1H, not in real life anyway. I did it in a modded up street Ford Mustang, and I sort of blithered around it at about 70 miles an hour, and even that was scary enough. And then I got yeeted up the inside into Druids by Tom Chilton in a GTR, which was intriguing. And then afterwards in the garage I went up to him, I was like, I never thought I'd get yeeted up the inside by touring car driver Tom Chilton before, and he was just like, well, you're going really slow. So the 919 Evo was carrying 190 through there. Well, the 919 Evo is not of this planet. It's just a sort of terrifying experiment from alien races. Okay, anyway, we've got... What's the gap to the lead now? Oh, the wee Mercedes. Is that the oh my god, what are they called? Oh, I can't remember their name off the top of my head. They ran weed liveries at Spa. Good Smile Racing, that's the one. Yeah, they run a bunch of Merc AMG GT3s covered in covered in Japanese anime characters. It's wonderful. The racing weed crossover we didn't know we needed. I love Good Smile Racing, don't we all? I'm not even that big into anime and I love them. Their cars just look really pretty. Ah, the company makes anime figurines. Right, okay. So the characters on their cars are like anime characters they have license for their figures, am I right? Meanwhile, I'm going to use the next straight to check what the gap is. Right, 8.8 seconds to the leader. We're about 2.5 seconds behind the second place car, which is Riberas. Not Riberas. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. My engineer just got on the radio there to tell me that I gained time in sector 2. So thanks for that. I like the race engineer in this game. He's very short to the point. Doesn't say any unnecessary waffle. He doesn't Jeff, which is, that is to say he's waffle on about unnecessary stuff. We won't be able to find out if he's as decisive with the weather conditions. That was always a failing of Jeff in the F1 games. Yeah, it's definitely not Jeff. I wonder if it's one of the real engineers from the real series. Have a check after this race if it's in the game, because they have run races in the Blockpan series for a few years now. I don't know if I'll be able to skip out of this session in between races, because it's all part of the same weekend. But when I get the chance to, I definitely will. Depending on the state of my arms, I might run a couple more quick races at the end of the stream. We're barely 20 minutes into race 1. Alright, so we're 8.4 seconds behind the leader. What is interesting is that it looks like Riberas in second has gained in a little bit, by about a second or so, or is chasing down Salikov in the Ferrari. So there might be a battle for the lead happening soon, and I want to be a part of it. So let's go hunting them down, shall we? Let's go Audi hunting again. Megatron likes hunting after Audis. Audi Autobot. Same first two letters, so they're close enough. So Megatron, what if I told you there's another Autobot up the road? Let's go! Let's go get him. 4.8 seconds the gap between first and second now. That's very interesting. So Salikov losing some pace at the end of his stint. Now bear in mind, the rule of this race is that there has to be one mandatory pit stop and a drive change. We're going on an Aldi. Yeah, there's no Lidls around. We need to find an Aldi. We need some bread. Gap for us is still 8.5 seconds. Also, I've just realised, I think that gap is car to car, so I think we're actually 8.5 seconds behind Riberas. So we need to get our skates on here. We're in clear air, so it might be a little bit quiet for the next few laps, if you don't mind. Okay, we're good, we're good. This game has a very good sensation of grip under the tyres. You can really feel a lot. You feel when the tyres are sliding a little bit on the surface, that's good. Big fan of that. And they're sliding like that. Oh no. Yeah, I can also feel when we're going through gravel. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, we're fine. Next, we're okay.
Clear on the left.
Someone's trying to go on the outside of...
Car on the left.
Ah, it's been turned around. Excuse me.
Light damage at the rear.
Right, I'm not having that. We have been donezoed there. Oh, we're going to fall to last now, aren't we? No, just all come through. Why don't you? Right, I think there's a gap in the curb. More sand traps coming back from the PGA game. Okay. Right. So, sit rep. Things have got slightly worse. We're now last. Also, can we viably make our pit stop now? Tires will be very hot and very sandy, yeah. Okay. Well, we'll get some practice in for starting last in race 2. How about that? Well, there was a weird point where I was trying, it was in first gear, but it wasn't going anywhere. I assumed just because it was pointing uphill. But Cam might also be right in that it was stuck on the curb. It's when we need crew chief in chat. We do need to take a mandatory pit stop in this race. Who spun you? This might call some NASCAR-style payback. I want to say it was one of the WRT Audis. I don't think who it might have been. I don't think it was the Santalon car that was around our outside. I don't think it was, anyway. I want to say the pit window is open for the middle 10 minutes of the race. So hopefully after this lap, it'll be open. And I think I'm coming down the pit road. I'll be one of the first down pit road. We'll go for the undercut, we'll fix up our car, and get some fresh rubber on as well. Gaining on someone in front though, which is nice. Rather like to not finish last in my debut Blancpain GT sprint race. Having started on the flipping pole, I'll remind you. Oh my god. Was there like actual weeb rage? Full on weeb rage. Okay, so in under a minute, I think the pit window is going to open. I rather hope it will, and plus from my experience IRL, 20 hours into the 24. Oh, God. Oh. So if that was Project Cars 2, they've just been bugged out in 24. That's what it was actually simulating. Oh, no. I'm having Vietnam flashbacks again. Let's move on. We are gaining seriously quickly on someone, though. Ian Loggy, I want to say, who I think is an AM driver. That would probably explain why we're gaining so much of him, although I am... If the driver rating system goes like platinum, gold, silver, bronze, and bronze is like amateur, I think I'm like good, tin, tin. Hey, the pit window's open. Okie doke. Complete the mandatory pit stop before the pit window closes. Oh, gladly. He's led. Okay, I'm going to come in on this lap around and basically... Oh, God. And then just go hell for leather. Undercut strats. Pit window, driver spot, tyre change. Lovely. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, we're going to have a long stop because of damage to repair. I don't mind that too much. Go out there on a relatively empty track. They had a gigantic crash out of Blanchiment. Oh, I remember that. Okay. It's Palmer. Okay.
Mandatory stop is not clear. Let's go.
There we go. And we are back in business. So, technically, we've just had a driver change. I am actually now the receiver. There's a slow car ahead, apparently. Someone else beamed it. Can't see any slow car. Maybe they were so slow, they just sort of went in reverse. So, Nico Bastian in the Mercedes, I think, was who pitted with us right at the start of the window. So, because they ran a backup car in grey Petronas cars with just the jaw of the original car on it. Oh my god, but that looked weird. So Ian Logie is still our main rival for now to chase down. Comeback begins here, folks. Nico Bastian is 11.3 seconds up the road from us. May have just passed a few guys in the pits there. Let's see what happens at the next checkpoint. Right now, I'm just trying not to focus on much in the way of distractions and just get my head down, really. What, the Good Smile team? Yeah, no, whenever I've been watching Super GT, they've been doing really well. They're now 4.7, no, 5.5 seconds behind Bastian. There they are, they're up the road. Let's get to work, Megatron. So far, the only cars he's managed to successfully pass in this race are Audis. And then one of them took him out, the Autobot scum. Good start, has 2 GT300 tires. Oh, nice. That's a line through that corner. No, no one noticed that. Game time in the car in front of sector 3 apparently, but seems to be pretty good relative to the AI over the Grand Prix loop. We are getting massively on the two in front. Guys, we might not be last for much longer than the hopefully. Nope. Again, I respect this race engineer. He only gives you the essential facts. That's what I kind of need right now. I don't need more distractions. Says to those with me racing while streaming and trying to read chat. God, we're up 0.6 on our fastest lap so far, well, we were. Good Smile originally started with a 911 GT3, nice. Yeah, we're getting hand over fist on Nico Bastian here.
Well done, mate, the fastest lap so far.
Fastest lap, by around half a second I think that was in the end. Doing the business for now. Oh, we don't need to hitch a ride on the... we don't need to toge drive around Druid's corner. Toge driving, not recommended here. There's Bastion up the road. Merc, I think that is. Just 2.2 seconds behind him now. And C. McLeod is in front of them in a Bentley. I would assume that was the car that Loggy was driving in second to last, that we were gaining on before the pit stop. So my goal now for this and race 2, just don't finish last. It's kind of my goal for any race, to be honest. To be honest, my goal for this one is no more cock-ups. No more mistakes.
Class leader is pitting now.
Leaders are going through their stops.
Well done, mate. Good lap.
Oh, new fastest lap and fastest lap overall of the race. Okay. Shut up for now so you can focus. Oh, it's okay. Chatto, still be as lively as you want. Just understand I might only read your messages like once every lap or every few laps. Whew. Oh my god. I think suffice to say, very much enjoying this game. Like a lot. Gaining in on Bastion. It's the battle for the wooden spoon. It's the wooden spoon battle. Here we go. My quest to not be last in this race comes down to this. Got the run on Bastion down the main straight. Which way do we go? Why have we put ourselves on the outside of turn 1? Why have we done that?
On the right.
Okay. Oh, that works. Oh, that works, and I'm feeling things right about now. No, don't immediately cock up. There we go. Jeez, that was intense. Whew. Yeah, big fan of that little radar display in the middle of the screen. That's very helpful. Nuts. Yeah, I think that pass was so good I may have just nutted. Right, McLeod in the Bentley up ahead. In fact, there's 2 Bentleys. Why are so many members of the Royal Navy down this far in the race? Come on, lads. You're like the main team I cheer for in this series. What are you doing? I cheer for quite a few teams in this series, actually. I like the current Aston Martin, so I cheer for the teams running those. I like Porsche because Cam forces me to. Actually, I like them anyway, so that's fine. The Bentley are the main team I stand, though. Well, them and the Nissan team. Well, the Nissan teams. Last place gets smacked in the face with a 10-foot wooden spoon. Aaron Taylor-Smith's just in front. I'm a British touring car driver here. Race winner in the British touring car as well. My favourite GT3 team would also be Bentley. Oh, hello. Here we go.
Car on the right.
Okay.
Clear on the right.
Yep. Hugging the inside on that corner is not the fastest way round, but it has been we've made the pass. We are now 3rd from last. Sit rep. We're going forward again. Not tumbling down. We've got Aaron Taylor-Smith up in front. Ellen, you must learn. Greetings, Ellen. Now shut up. Yes, because quoting small soldiers midway through an intense race is the best strategy, AJ. Yep. Confirmed skill there. Lando Norris really should take note. I don't count good smiles because they haven't run full time. I see. That must make a bit of a... That must have a bit of a, like, a conflict when they do show up. You're like, oh, here's the teams I cheer for all year. I bet you're like, oh, now you're going to abandon us, the biggest race of the year, just because some weeds are showing. Oh, my God. We're going to go for another pass around the outside, lads. No, no, not this time. We are instead going to try and switcheroo. Let's commit to the outside. Go for the send.
Clear on the left.
Oh, dear. Oh,
Car on the right.
fully committed. And it worked. Oh, good one, Megatron. I thought we were about to fly off the track so hard we'd end up in my front garden. Actually, I don't have a front garden, but in the road outside my house. But it paid off. Megatron, you're doing good. We're now up to 4th from last. We've still got 22 minutes to go. It's not quite 21 minutes because I can't make the joke yet. We've got Christian Malsharek in an Audi and Andrew Watson, is that, in a BMW? I also love I've got to say, the AI in this game are really behaving very realistically. They've not done anything stupid so far. They've been very comfortable to drive around. You know, take note, Project Cars. Yeah, take note, Slightly Mad. This is what good AI looks like. Anyway. Before any more war flashbacks. But yeah, they've been very smooth and they've spread out in very realistic ways. Having watched enough Blancpain races at Brands, this is exactly how the races kind of go. There's not a huge amount of passing, it's very tactical. You do get the sort of spread of like little battle packs, or cars sometimes just end up on their own and sort of chasing. You do get that, so it's very realistic. So far, really enjoying this game, even if it hasn't enjoyed me yet. Not. Alright. Oh, dang it! We've just ticked underneath 21 minutes to go. I couldn't even make the joke. Never mind. Now's not a time for outdated 90s So Solid crew memes. Now is the time for hunting down more Autobots. Literally, there's an Audi in front. Also, another good sign that this is a good game. I'm straight into a rhythm. I'm clicking off laps fairly close together, I think. Oh, hello. And then as soon as I say that, I make a mistake. So there you go. Okay, here we go. We've got a thickish M6 up ahead. And an Audi. We're going to get ascending through it again here. We might be able to. I'm not going to try and pass him into Paddock Hill. I'm going to let off a bit. Just keep kind of careful. Chato, you alright? You good? Or are you just all quiet, sort of not wanting to distract me? No, not quite close enough for a send there. Oh, it's very slow. Oh, he's throwing the block down Pilgrim's Drop.
Car on the left.
Get up the inside here. Yeah. Nice, that was good. I seem to like that corner for sends today, don't I? There we go. Andrew Watson's looked in his mirror and decided to try and leg it, but as Goldberg would say, you're next, son. Well, old Goldberg would say that. Current Goldberg would just say, that'll be another check for $2 million to wrestle in Saudi Arabia, please. Oh, what's that? You've had to cut half your roster. Well, soz. I need a new classic muscle car. Anyway, if we can get this pass done on the BMW, we'll be back into the top 20. Now, for anyone else qualifying on the pole, that would be a massive disappointment in their race. But for me, I'll take it at this point. let's be honest, I think qualifying kind of flattered to see where I'm really at. It's a bit like in race 3 of the British Touring Car Championship race weekend, where they do the random draw to decide the reverse grid for race 3. What the? Oh. What the fuck? I'm out of fuel. Did they... Hang on. Did they not refuel me in the pit stop? Lads. What the... What's happened? My guys. You've done a madness here. Is it possible to coast home on the... I'm just going to try and beetle back to the pits. Was there no what? Was the option to refuel not a thing? Well, I guess it's just kind of trying to find out how much far we can coast. I don't think it's going to be much further. This is actually more capital F. Cam, you... Oh my god! Jesus Christ! I don't really know what's just happened. I'm very confused. I kind of thought that I kind of thought we would have added fuel in on the pit stop. Maybe that was just me. But, okay, so I guess we are finishing last after all. Oh, man. So I'm going to, just kind of feel... Right, so... Right, now we're filled up. But there's kind of no point, because we're now 2 laps behind the last car. I've just done a Google. Oh, what's that? Have a host for this content. So, yeah. Well, that McLaren is, also pitting. I think I'm just going to, Can I not just end this session now? I don't want to continue with this. The good smile car is in the International GT DLC. Ah, that's a shame. So, we can either... I mean... Is there no option just to go to the next race already? I don't want to restart the current session, I want to end it. I just want to end it now. I want to end it all. That's the same DLC with Bathurst and such, yeah. In my confusion, I've accidentally put the wipers on. Oh dear. So can I leave the track now? I just want to get out the car. I'm just kind of fed up now. Right, that's just the camera settings. Okay. Huh. Yeah. There we go. I'm already in the garage. Okay. I am very confused at this point. I wasn't looking at the fuel gauge. I thought they'd refueled it. Well, me too! So, it's been an eventful first race, if I'm honest. We, spun out of pole. We then fell off at Paddock Hill Bend and then got Pontorino down to last place. We were then on the comeback trail, and then we ran out of fuel because my pit crew forgot to put fuel in. So, and now we're just sort of sat here, just sort of wondering what we're doing with our lives. What might have been, anyway. Mighty Lexus V8 is thirstier than anticipated. I'm also wondering if there's like a fuel mix setting. So no... Okay, there's no thing to change the... Oh, HUD. I'm going to just leave that. Oh, hello. No, I know one thing I will change. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is we will quit out of this one. Because that just wasn't going well at all. And we've still got an hour to go of the stream. So, I think we'll just have a second 1 hour race that hopefully this time we can finish. We'll start last. And, we'll see. We'll once again use the Dice of Destiny to decide what car we drive. Megatron the Lexus was good, but it consumed all the fuel in the world at a rate of about 17 minutes less than was needed to complete the race. So, alright, sprint race, quick race. Oh my god, do we do a night race? Oh, do we do a night race? You know, I just don't think that's a good idea. Do we? So, what track to pick? These are the ones in the DLC. So I'm very tempted to get it, just for, you know, Bathurst strats. Do we get... No. You know what? Oh, but I can't run the Good Smile car in that. No, don't worry about it. AJ, we'll go with Spa. Because, you know, Spa 24 and all that. We'll not have a Spa 2.4 hours. We'll just have an hour race there. And we will once again use the Dice of Decision to choose what car we run. So, I'm going to put out 3 dice to decide. Or do we run the 2019 grid for this one? We will run the 2019 grid. There we go, 2019 grid. So for this one, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 choices for cars. So we'll just use 2 dice. And anything above 8 on the total score will just be the Porsche. So 2 dice this time. 4, 5, 4, 9. So, I think Cam's going to get his wish. We're driving a Porsche. We are driving a Porsche on stream. Apparently, our only choice for this Porsche is this one. Which is driven by Sven Muller and Giorgio Roda. There are no others. Man, there is a slim grid for the 2019 field. Yeah, the 2019 grid is small. Oh, I guess there's a few more Lambos there. Fuck it, we're going back to 2018. I don't care. Right. You may have noticed that this stream's been a little bit disorganised. It's been a bit chaotic, folks, hasn't it? Just a bit. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, nonetheless. I still am enjoying the game, it's just everything has gone wrong in some way. Okay, so once again, we're rolling the dice of decision to decide what car we drive this time. 4, 5, 10. It's 10. We rolled 11, 9, and 10. I'm not having that. 4, 5, 6. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the Jag. We've driven that one already. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right, I'll accept it. Or do we just drive a Porsche? Fuck it. Why do we just do that? I would drive that because I really like that livery. No, Megatron, now is not your time. I'm very sorry about that. No, that's a GT3 Cup car. We don't want to drive that. I've just learned something I didn't actually know. What's that? Oh, there's the Bontley. There is the Bontley. There it is. The Royal Navy. Right, what's the McLaren look? Oh, that's just Garage 59. Okay. What's the thing you've just learned that you didn't already know? As I roll the dice one more time, whatever comes up, we're gonna. It's the final answer. Since when has Laguna Seca been renamed to WeatherTech Raceway? I assume it's just a title sponsor. Can you believe I've rolled a 12 again? No, Dice of Destiny, I'm just going to overrule you because I just really want to drive the Porsche. What's the Manti? Oh, the Manti car. Manti car, big fan of that. That's very cool. The Black Swan Racing livery, very big fan of that as well. I think we'll drive the Cruise Team 75 Bernard car because I fucking love that livery. And I want to drive a Porsche on stream, dang it. Like 3 years ago. It's been Mazda Raceway for like 15 years. Yeah, you think so? Alright, fuck it. We're going to do an endurance 3-hour race weekend, except the race is not going to be 3 hours, it's going to be 1 hour. Grillo! Cam, I'm doing this for you. I am firmly doing this for you. We don't want 3 sessions. No, I don't want any of this. Yeah, just put me last. I'll find my way around. We've got an hour. Okay. I'm also going to... Why does it pick the Manti car? Oh, apparently we're just not allowed to run the Bernard car. Okay, well, we'll do that. We'll run the Manti car, because it's, you know, bright yellow, and Fred Makovic and Romain Dumas are drivers, and Dirk Werner. Pretty good driver lineup, no? And I'm now going to embarrass all of them, and I'm very sorry about that. And you know what? Because I'm really just evil to myself. Oh, can you not choose when it... Oh, okay. Because it's an endurance... Right, it starts at 3. Okay, got you. I was rather hoping we'd be able to change the time of the race. Right, okay. Are we ready for our true stream main event? It's been a bit of a shambolic stream, I'll be honest with you, but... Let's see if we can end it well. Well, just end it by finishing a race. Let's do this. We're at Spa. Things are happening. We're in a Porsche. And this time, when we come to make our pit stop... Well, I'm going to check on the controls, actually, before we start the race. If there's a thing to change the fuel mix. That might also be why I was running so fast as well. Okay, we can't bring up the pause menu from there. Set up safe preset. Okay, cool. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Options. Controls. Pit limiter is button 10, apparently. Cycle wiper, next dash page. Increase DBS, increase brake pass, increase engine map. Decrease engine map. That's the clutch. Cycle right, cycle left. That's the pit limiter, okay. That isn't anything. Oh, hello. Decrease the brake bias. Huh. I am very puzzled here. So pressing down on these two knobs here, FNAR, are... But pressing up doesn't do the same thing for them. Do these do anything? Okay, these are ABS settings. That's TC settings. Right, we've got that. Oh, that's just something from the wheel. We don't touch that. So we can decrease the engine map, but not increase it. Okay, hang on. Why is that button 8? I don't know. Okay. There we go. We can now increase and decrease the brake bias on our wheel and increase and decrease the engine map. Good. Cycle light stages. What's that? Oh, that's cycle the... Oh, no, I didn't... Oh, God. Oh, what have I done? I've done a bad thing. Right, let's just go to McLaren GT3, load that. And then we'll go over here. Yes, increase engine map. It's this button, right? Yep. Yep. And then over here. Yep. And then just walk away. Okay, right. Yes, right. Okay, I think we're good, guys. I hope we are.
Go in double file.
Okay. Let's have a quick look at our car. Look at it there. The brightest, the most bright yellow boy you've ever seen. Can't prepare yourself. Whoa, 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 whoa. Also, I've just realised we're in an hour race and there's a mandatory 2 pit stops. So it'll be every 20 minutes we're going to be pitting. That's okay, so we've got 14 laps worth of fuel. Let's pay attention to that. Jeff can fix your engine map. Fix Google, download Google Maps.
Green light, go, go, go.
Alright, we're underway. We're doing a heckin' race at Spa. Our stream main event is underway. And we're into Eau Rouge immediately. If anyone drops that stupid WTF1 meme in there, it's an auto ban. Okay, there's all sorts going on here. We're on the Kemmel Straight for the first time. Porsche noises, yep. Okay, that's the brake bias button. I will learn this. Oh, and everyone's basically stopped up into the Le Combe. I know the names of corners at Spa. That's a lie. I don't even know the name of corners at my own home circuit. This is a ridiculously congested first lap as well. Okay, for when we come in for our first pit stop, can someone remind me, if I don't remember, to look for the bit that says refuel? From the grumbly Asian to a screeching German. Oh, the brakes are nicely warmed up right away. Also just realised this isn't like F1 where it's set on... Oh, the names of the fuel maps are set to stuff like fuel mix, like rich. It just says fuel map. We're on fuel map 3 now. Is that using more fuel or less? It's a very steep learning curve. But what we can do is go for the send into the hairpin. We can do that. We're going to go 3 wide into the hairpin. We are going to go 3 wide into the hairpin. This ranks up there as probably one of the worst decisions of my life. The BMW is trying to pinch us into the wall there. I think. No, how was that my fault? Both cars have got a safety rating penalty. No, that wasn't on me. He drove me into the wall, the pleb. How do you do, Eau Rouge? Flat out? Sort of like that, I guess. We'll go with that. Aha, hang on. That's not changing anything. I was rather hoping that the...
Yellow flag ahead.
Uh-oh. Yellow flag, someone's beamed it.
Slow car ahead.
Whoa, my! It's the Jag. The Jag's had a bit. The Jag's done a big sad. It doesn't have a learning curve. It's a learning chicane. Yeah, it's the learning first chicane at Monza. Oh God. There's a lot though. I am still enjoying the game in spite of that. Feels like you can actually get your head around the learning curve eventually. And you know, it's constantly put together game. Also, I spied Godzilla in front of us. Hard not to really, it's big enough. I believe that's Jordan Witt behind the wheel of it. Inside into...
Car on the left.
Yeah.
Clear on the left.
Nice, that was a good pass. Even if I do say so myself. Well, okay, so simple goals for this race. A, try not to finish last. Well, A, finish. B, try not to finish last. C, try not to run out of fuel. Very simple goals for this race, I think you'll agree. So we're up to 21st anyway, so... We've got Matt Griffin up ahead in a Ferrari. And then Chris Goodwin in a McLaren. No! Maybe not headbutting the apex at Blanchemont is the... Maybe not the ideal strat. We're about to go 3 wide into the bus stop. No, I decided at the very last minute that was maybe ranking... Look, okay, well, the Ferrari's already pitting. Maybe it was the one that was involved in the crash with the Jag. That is possible. Well, there's the Jag coming out the pits. That was the way through Eau Rouge. Whether it was the correct one, I don't know. All I know is we've got the run on Chris Goodwin, the car in the McLaren that my dice of destiny would determine that I end up driving in this race, but I just sort of refused. No, that was a bad move. That was a bad move. Changing down mid-corner, through the rear end now. Some improv drift do in a Porsche GT3 car is not the strat. Just in case any of you were thinking that it was, I can confirm it's not. Oh, hello. Whoa. We've got a run here on Rui Aguas in the Mercedes. His name sounds a bit like an own brand, a shop's own brand of water.
Clear on the left.
Oh my!
Got some light damage on the front of the car.
That was a bit of a surprise. Okay. Okay.
Clear on the
I
left.
can't say I was expecting to run headfirst into a Bentley in the middle of the bus stop. Right. Okay. We move. What is going on today with the races? I don't even know. That most certainly happened. Yeah, it did. Well, I think we can safely say the AI make more mistakes at Spa than they do at Brands. Oh God, what's the damage going to be to the front? Just what? Yeah, there wasn't a yellow flag or anything. He must have just been turned around right in front of us. Like literally just suddenly I'm face to face with a Bentley like, oh, okay then. Also, BMW's closing in on us. Oh, we are. I think we're suffering top speed.
Right.
Oh, he's still up the inside into Lecombe. Whoa, we've held on. We are 9 minutes into the race. Sounded like the splitter was dragging along the track. It's very possible that we do have splitter damage. I mean, it's not turning. And I would like to say that that was completely not my fault. Oh my god. Yep, okay. Handling is slightly compromised. Only a little bit though. And not much. It's nothing to worry about, you know? Oh lord. Oh lord. Yeah, handling is slightly compromised. We're still going though, we're still alive. So for now, this is a triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success. The game has a good damage model, which I'm sure it has. Realistically, a splitter will be bent down or broken. It's driving like it is. I mean, the handling's knackered. I mean, it's not good. This will be the test. Oh my god, it's just not turned. Okay, we got away with that one. Oh no, where did we brake it? Okay, there we go. And more drag because of smashed in front bumper. Yeah, that would explain why the Beamer is holding sway with us. But I think if I can survive to the first scheduled pit stop, I think we've got a good in here. That was my fastest lap of the race so far. Well, that says a lot. Oh, God. Well, if I wanted to work out from Megatron at Brands Hatch, driving a Porsche around Spa with a broken front splitter. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, Rouge. Oh, Rouge. Help. Yeah, help me. Oh, the splitter is dragging on the ground. I still can't explain what happened, neither can I. I assume the Bentley must have literally been turned around by someone right in front of us. Because there was no yellow flag or anything. Also, the brakes are absolutely stone cold. Okay, now they're not. Oh, someone else has fallen out. Someone else has fallen down the rankings anyway. I tell you what, the attrition in this race is pretty ridiculous. We had the coming together with the Jag and the whatever it was on the first or second lap? Second lap. Okay. Yeah, handling is slightly compromised. Vink in the BMW behind is like, this guy is just blithering around. It used headbutt, it was super effective. It's about the size of a Bulbasaur, to be honest. Well, no, what's the main evolution, the final evolution of a Bulbasaur? Is it Venusaur? It's about the size of a Venusaur, is that Bentley. But so far, we are still running. Blastoise, that's what I meant. Why did I think of Venus? Oh, Bulbasaur. No, you're thinking of Squirtle. The final evolution of Squirtle. Oh no! Yeah, there we go. The handling is slightly compromised. Oh my god, the handling is really compromised. Okay, we've got 9 laps of fuel left as well. So let's keep an eye on that. We've taken Blanchimont quite well. At least there is that. I've got them confused because they're both blue. Okay, let's go into the bus stop. Check that there is no Bentley stranded in the middle of the track. And there isn't. That's good. Apparently you have to do that with Bentleys these days.
Well done, mate. This is me,
New PB lap. That's nice. I'll take that. Oh my god, the front. Oh. Sorry, can we just discuss? You'll hear it through a Rouge. The front splitter is definitely knackered. Listen to it scraping on the ground. Vic pointed this out a few laps ago. It was really prominent through the hairpin as well. What's the name of that hairpin? I used to know. used to know a lot of things. Like what was going on today. Oh, listen to the grinding of the splitter on the road as we hit the brakes. You hate to hear it. You really do. Make sure you watch your shift lights. Okay, I'm trying to. This is Revy Boy, it is. Oh, it's the first corner to the Source, that's the one. The Source, Eau Rouge, something else, Radion, I don't know. It's something else actually, I don't know. Camel Straight, I know that. Lecom, and then Blanchimon's the really fast one. It's about as much as I know. I think there's another one called, like, it sounds like a silly name. It sounds like a joke name. It's not like Don Corner or something. Or like Little Poop or something, I don't know. It just sounds like a comedy name. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Stint is ending soon, just a few more laps.
Okay. Good. The source of pain.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
Oh, God. The sound of that front splitter dragging on the ground just fills me with pain. Only a few more laps. Come on, Porsche. You can do it. Come on, yellow boy. Oh, my God. I know what we should call this car. We've had the yellow bird in Gran Turismo 4. This is literally the yellow bird. We've got the new age yellow bird. Horrible grinding noise. It's okay, yellow bird. A few more laps of suffering. We'll be able to fix you up and get you going again. Actually, what are the name of the legendary birds? And what's the name of the really yellow legendary one? Is it Zapdos? Because, you know, the whole yellow bird thing. That should be the name of this car.
There's a slow car up ahead.
Slow car up ahead. Okay, well, at least I've been warned this time. Well, we've made it through a corner and there's no Bentley facing. Also, I'm so confused. Do they use white flags to indicate slow cars? I've watched too much American Motorsport. White flag is sponsored by Credit One Bank. Oh, hello. Got some cars up ahead, so this must be where the incident originated from. There's a go-kart track near me with a corner called Ballbuster Bend. Okay, remind me when we come in for our first pit stop to tick where the box says refuel. Also, another effect that the busted splitter's having, we're using way more fuel. Well, not way more, but I've noticed that it's gone up from 4.1 litres a lap to around 4.3, 4.4. So it's having a noticeable effect on the aero, as you would expect.
You're gaining on the car ahead, Assetto too. Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
Oh no! Okay, we saved it. It's fine. That was indeed a source of pain. I would assume we just pit around 20 minutes each time, so we got, you know, end of this lap maybe. Oh, the agony. Okay, we're fine though. We're good. Mostly. Not the balls you're thinking of. It's just a comedy name because it's a bit of the course was formerly an outdoor basketball court. Oh, okay. So it's a pun as well as a... yeah, okay. Gravel being kicked up. Cars in front are very slow. Someone must be running with, like, damage or something. What's the minimum driver time? Yeah, I'm well aware. Oh, no. Also, I don't know why it's saying each driver should have 25 minutes. Because this is only an hour-long race, so I don't really know. Oh no, that was very optimistic. Okay, we're fine, we're good. That's the line through that corner, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's, you know. Oh, no. Poor car. It's suffering now. It's suffering on inside and on outside. Yeah. Splitter screams in agony. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why the minimum drive time is saying 25 minutes for each driver. We physically don't have 25 minutes for 3 drivers in this race. Yeah, it was a good run through Baltimore that time. The absolute agony. Oh my god.
Your stint is ending. Box this lap.
Alright, box this lap.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
Nice to have an in-game crew chief that knows what they're doing. Maybe they put Jason in this game. Oh, what the...
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh, that Bentley... That was the Bentley that ran into us earlier! You blithering idiots! That's why the blue flags are out. He's a lap down. Well, serves him right, to be honest. For the suffering and pain he's inflicted on Zapdos. It is Zapdos that's the yellow bird. Yeah, Zapdos the yellow bird. Never mind. Look, it's a yellow bird. So there you go. I didn't have enough of a chance to look at the front splitter, but it did look like it was pretty knackered. If you were a mechanic at Quick Fit, you would say, yeah, that's pretty fucked, mate. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. That's going to cost you in parts and labour. Given that we've only got 5 laps worth of fuel left, and we've done 8 laps so far, I would say that we definitely should select to refuel when we come in the pits. It looked like someone took a baseball bat to it. Someone took a Bentley to it. It was kind of the same thing, really. Oh no! Oh my God! We're just heading off to, I don't know, Germany. The Porsche actually wants to go home. Oh my God! Oh my God! That Bentley's actually gaining on us again from a lap down.
Class leader is in the pit lane.
Yep, I'm well aware of that. I need to stop end the suffering. Okay. Okay, we're good. Launch on the bus stop to go, and then we'll finally get this car in for the first aid it desperately needs. Age you're going to have tonight. So that Bentley's just going to appear in my nightmares like a jump scare. That's what it was. It was like a jump scare. It was like out of sudden. I'm like, what the fuck? Oi. Okay, fine. Right. Okay. Where's the refuel option? Oh my God. What? Oh, I still need to. Okay. Fuel to add. Right. Yes. That. Well, we've remembered to add fuel this time. Now, where's our pit box? Leaving it a bit late. What? To add fuel? I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Here's our pit box. That's not the best way into the pit box, but... Okay, they've just sort of moved it. Okay. Yeah, fuel is going in! I am pleased to confirm that fuel is indeed going in. Oh, I wonder. I think 25 minutes must be the maximum driver time. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. That's a nicely animated pit crew. Yeah, the pit crew is very nice in this game. Very impressed. So we're going to have a pit stop of nearly a minute, but on the positive side, we're going to have a fixed bodywork. We're not going to have an effed front splitter, and we're going to have fuel. I mean, that's just the most important thing, really, isn't it?
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I'm trying. Calm down. I'm going through the endurance pit lane as well. The good thing is as well, with everything that's gone on in this race, and it's been quite a lot, a minute of slapping roll after roll of flex tape on the mangled remains of your splitter, just giving it a kick, bang, just sort of bend it back into shape. You only have 9 laps worth of fuel. Well, I'm starting my 9th lap now. I did 8 laps in that first stint. So hopefully, we should be good. Right, away we go. We're back in the... Oh, yeah, I forgot how the pit exit goes here. There you go. So we're back in the motor race. Yeah, we're on our 9th lap now, and we did 8 laps in the first stint, so... This time, I think either way, with the whole fuel thing, this time I'm going to be paying attention to it. Sixth gear literally sounds like a dentist drill. Whoa! That was a bad thing. Bad thing happened. Some shots have come out, but otherwise we're fine. Okay. Cam, look, a lot's been happening in these races today. A lot's gone on. In fairness, it wasn't as bad as when I showed up. In fairness, it wasn't as bad as when you showed up. Cam, I'm trying my best out here. Just a mild snap oversteer, nothing to worry about. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, okay, we're good, fine. I'm also getting used to a car that actually handles nicely again. I want to remember the front of the car is no longer mega fucked. Yeah, about that. I'm also wondering which way is the fuel mileage map goes. I see I've gotten used to running with no front downforce, so now with it back on. Ah, yeah, there is that. There is that. Good point. Trying to work out what fuel map's the one that saves fuel. Because at the moment I need that one. grinding through Eau Rouge. Well, it's on the setup we started with. Maybe it's, I assume it's not a tyre pressure issue. The tyres are up to temperature now, so that shouldn't be an issue. One should be the least amount of fuel. Okay. There you go. There you go. No, 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 no. Yeah, there we go. Still a better run through that corner than the last time. So, I'll take it. Should be logic says it should, but I've learnt not to trust video game logic. Yeah, about that. We'll see what the little fuel per lap figure says at the bottom there, bottom right. Go through Blanchemont now. Oh, it's nice to be back at full speed. It's fine. We're good. Yep. Yeah, okay. Figure this lap. 4.33 litres per lap. It is coming down.
We're at the halfway mark.
We're halfway in the race, and so far we're A, still running, B, not out of fuel, and C, not last. What's that now? Beaming through Eau Rouge. Nope, we're good. We're fine. I mean, we're good. Also, useful thing about this track is down the Kemmel Straight, I've got a chance to rehydro. A very brief chance, but a chance nonetheless. I've got to say, in spite of the brutal learning curve though, I am really enjoying this game. I want to see, I think the criticism of it when it first launched out of early access was that it just lacked, like, content, like the career mode was... Nearly did a bad thing again, just drift through, there we go, we're fine. Just decided to do some D1 Grand Prix, no big deal. Yeah, I do just wonder how much actual single-player content there is in the game. But just the experience of racing is superb, I've got to say. Just got a steep learning curve, I think. Well, I wonder if they just expect people coming in to have that sort of level of knowledge already. Just be used to, like, hardcore sims, but... No poo came out. That's fake news. I don't know what you're talking about. We're also kind of on our own here. We're 19 or so seconds behind Strawn Moore in one of the Nissans. But we've still got a decent... Well, over half the... Well, just under half the race to go. The best thing we can do now is just get our heads down and run. We're a lap ahead of the Ferrari behind us, so... Yes! That felt good through Eau Rouge that time. That felt very tasty and nutritious. I was meant to check my phone in the pit stop because I heard it going off. Let's see. some of them are just notifications from Discord, including one that Batcho himself is now streaming. So, and interestingly, he's streaming some a watch along of the 2010 FIA GT1 Championship season. So that'd be pretty cool. I know I said we'd check out Resin's stream after that. Might have to have a dual monitor set up. Oh, Super Mike has just gone full weeb in our chat. Oh, Ouch. Yeah, our fuel use per lap is gradually dropping, which is an indicator that we're on the right fuel map. I think what I like most about this game is that, well, you know, some of the incidents that have happened today may say otherwise, but pretty much everything in this game happens for a reason. Like, oh, we run out of fuel in the first race. Well, that's because he didn't actually set to refuel during the pit stop. You know, everything happens for a very clear reason. There's no random stupid AI bollocks. There's no random stupid bug bollocks. There's no random stupid bollocks, basically. It feels like a very nice, very well-made game. Very solid. Oh my... Yeah, even if my driving is not. I'm really looking forward to not only playing more of this, but playing more of the original Assetto Corsa. Move fast for that. Nice. So 225.8. Strike one there, Mike. Awful pun. It was pretty... There was the stupid Bentley, but that... Yeah, I mean, that was... Sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought there as I suddenly got lift and a bit of sideways through Eau Rouge. Nah. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, there was the stupid Bentley, but that was a racing incident. That can happen IRL. That was not the Bentley deciding to randomly slam the brakes on mid-corner because the hamster that controlled the AI in its head decided, oh wait, I think I've left the oven on. Shit. And so far, there's been no brain farts in the pits. I mean, so far, we haven't exactly come into the pits to suddenly have a message to say that someone else is in our pit and then just get shoved back out into the track. We have run out of fuel, but we know why that happened. That wasn't because of a stupid bug. That was because I didn't know how the pit menu worked and didn't realise refueling wasn't set to on by default. When your chassis bottoms out there in most games, if you become a hovercraft. Well, I'm rather grateful that Zapdos, the yellow bird, did not become a hovercraft there. Whoa, hello. No, we're good. Also, I've just noticed we are actually gaining a little bit on the Nissan in front. I mean, it's a 13.5-second gap, so it's, you know, quite a way away, but the gains are being made nonetheless. I'm going to say our tyres will be in on the next one, whether we can get away with just a little bit. Well, yeah, maybe we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Oh, 11.6 seconds now. We gained 2 seconds on the last lap on the Nismo. Yeah, this time, let's not. There you go. That's how you do Eau Rouge. I love how the timer in the top left, you can't see this behind the face cam. But actually, you can just see a grey and green flashing light next to the face cam. That's the time differential monitor flipping between +00 neutral and +01 green. Apparently I was running the exact same lap time. Now I'm on +0.08. Now I'm up over a tenth, so... Do you know what? I think I've remembered the name of that corner I was talking to you about earlier. The one that sounded like a joke name. I swear there's a corner on this track called Piff Paff. Am I right? You gave Project Cars 2 a go. Sir, I've already warned you. You know, whatever happens to you after this, it's out of my hands. You know, it's your funeral. Well, it's the game's funeral when it fucks you over. Because it will. I sound like some sort of bitter ex, don't I? Oh, she may seem nice now, but she will screw you over one day. And when she does, it'll be the worst day of your life. Anyway. So, this is Wendy's. Yeah. I need to think of a British version of that. Sir, this is McDonald's. Drove the Sauber LMP car on the Monza Oval for lols and literally glitched through the track. Yeah, sounds about right. Why does that not surprise me in any way? We gained another 2 seconds on the Nissan. We might actually have an on-track battle for position that happens in this race. Yeah, I don't want to panic anyone, but... Oh, we're also going to be coming in for a pit stop in a minute.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
I think. Got me maths right. I think we're going to be pitting at the end of this lap, am I right? Oh, we've used way less fuel this time. Yeah, okay, so we'll put a little bit more fuel in again, and we'll be good to the finish. We might actually finish a race in this game, guys. Oh, no.
Stint is ending soon. Keep your head down.
I'm not going to say anything about we might actually finish a race. Not until I finish pulling myself again.
Class leader is pitting now.
Class leader's pitting. We're nearly coming to the end of the stint, apparently. So, after a few other moments of the AI ran, deciding not to brake and causing a massive accident, I uninstalled. Good. Your life is better as a result. I still need to put together like an article or some sort of like think piece. I don't know if I'll just put it on my blog at some point or try and pitch it around. I've been meaning to for ages. You just say how, just looking back on Project Cars 2 and say how it was somehow both the best and worst racing game of all time. Which is impressive in a way. And just how annoying that the fact that it was also the worst means it wasn't actually the best after all, when it really should have been. Like, it will remain to this day the most frustrating thing about Project Cars 2, that it does so much stuff right, and yet the stuff it does so wrong is so basic and so inexcusable. The Xbox version is more... How? How can it... I don't even know. Anyway, we've got 3 laps worth of fuel left, so we're okay for fuel. We're pitting momentarily anyway. The question is, do we pit? Well, do we pit? Duh. Do we change tyres on this last stop? The tyres are looking good. Oh, the Nissan in front has pitted, so I'm going to try and go for an undercut strat, I guess. Something with the way it computes for the AI, the more cars on track, the dumber the AI gets. Oh, wow. Wow. So the best race to have in Project Cars 2 is a 1v1 race.
There's a car accident today.
Just 2 cars on the track at once. Probably worth changing tyres to get the most out of the car on low. Yeah, good shout. Good shout there, Vic. Well, we've made a position up. I mean, briefly. The low fuel indicator is now flashing at me. I'm getting war flashbacks to the last race. Whoa, okay. Something happened there. think I just lost concentration. Did not brake for the con properly at all. Guys, I would also just like to point out that for a brief moment, we are currently second overall. That Audi in front of us is the overall leader. Would you mind not doing that, Zapdos? Yeah, that car, my Xbox is the day one edition of 2013. Oh, nice. It looks like the game itself is saying don't refuel or change tyres. So I kind of find a bit hard to believe. It must be at the end of 15 minutes that we should also make sense. Well, Mies is going on, so do we. We have at least a lap of fuel left in us. Well, no, we've got at least 2 laps of fuel in us, so. If we can get close enough to the Audi down the Kemmel, we'll be able to slipstream a little bit. I don't think we will, though.
There's a car leaving the pit lane, watch out.
Been warned that there's a car exiting the pit lane. I assume once we tick over to under 15 minutes to go. Guys, I'm a bit confused. Why are we... There we go. There we go. Okay, I was starting to get a bit worried there. But does this game want me to run out of fuel again? Because I will. Okay, so we're coming in at the end of this lap. Does anyone remember how much fuel we added last time? Because that was absolutely spot on for this middle stint, and it will get us home easily on richer fuel. It's about 18 units, 18 litres. I've noticed with the modern game it gets extremely hot. Oh, my PS4 just has a shit fit with most modern games. There's certain games it really doesn't like. Bizarrely, Train Sim World is one of them. Yeah, it might just be that a lot of games now are made for the Xbox One X or the PS4 Pro. So on regular editions of those consoles, it's just like, nah, please. I can't deal with this. Get a bit of a psych off of Christopher Mies. Don't misquote that. Yeah, I really don't misquote that. Threaten to send on Christopher. No, we don't. No, we're just going to play this nice and safe. Mies is going on, so we're going to move in here. Where's the? There it is. No, I want more fuel. Give me all the fuel. There we go. Right, that should be enough. Change tyres. Change brakes. Yeah, that's good. Just keep fuel. Probably put way too much fuel in, but I don't care. You know, once bitten, twice shy and all that. We've got plenty of room to come into the pit box this time. There we go. Bang. Lovely. Okay. Oh, I was still a bit too... Okay. Well, only a 30-second stop this time. You know, much better. Red Dead Redemption 2 had the fans blowing out more hot air than Donald Trump. Nice turn of phrase there, like it. Right. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Come on, go, go, go.
So we've completed all of our pit stops. We haven't... Look, guys, we've only got 6 laps of fuel. Right, we've only got just under 12 minutes to go. So, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Well, we've got 6.5 laps of fuel, roughly. And I'm sure... Yeah, we probably won't do more than 4 or 5 in the final 10 minutes. Have I got that right? Please, someone tell me I've got that right. Oh, nice! I can hear like background commentary as well from like the circuit tannoy. Nice, that's detail. I like that. Okay. Yeah, sounds about right. Okay, good. Okay, so we're back out in 19th place. We're miles ahead of Ricardo Sanchez. Oh, super white. That's a big mood here as well. That's a very big mood. So now, the only team I support is Team Porsche. Well, the only... It's Zapdos. Oh, no, hang on. No, okay. I was very wrong. Ricardo Sanchez is only about a second behind us. He's right there. Okay, so that was the Nissan. We've actually managed to pass the Nissan in the pits during the pit stops. And now it's got Ricardo Sanchez in. So on cold tyres, he's going to try and pounce. That Nismo pitted way earlier than us, so the undercut failed for the Nismo. First gen white Xbox 360. Is that the one with no HDMI ports or anything? Because I came into owning one of those, and I remember Nay telling me about it. I'm like, how was this even released? Without even like HDMI, like there was so much basic shit missing off it that we take for granted now. And I just assumed we're on all Xbox 360s. Okay, so sit rep. We've got just under 9 minutes to go. I'm going to complete that sentence after the source. So sit rep. We've got 9 minutes to go. We're still running. Then we're not last. And we're 13.6 seconds behind H. Falkenhorst in the BMW up ahead. Can we hunt him down? With what's left in the race? Time to find out. Let's go, Zapdos. Hopefully we'll give you an entertaining end to the stream. I hope today has still been an entertaining stream in spite of everything that's happened in it. That's a funny way to spell Dreamcast. Sounds like a damn printer when yeah, I can confirm. Back in the Armour Arcade days when we played a few Dreamcast games on the channel, Nay would bring over his Dreamcast here. And that was just damn. That was like, forget an actual printer, that was like an old printing press. And how noisy it was. And then Nay's one that kept being convinced that we had ejected the disc while we were playing. He just randomly like, no, there's no disc in it now. And we were just like, there very much is. I think we played most of the Crazy Taxi video with a thing on screen saying there's no disc in, but the game was just still running, so we were like, okay. It's just a feature of old cars, of old Dreamcasts. It just does that. I did find it very funny when it did that whole, like, kick you out of the game and say there's no disc in the console, right as we were about to end recording for Spirit of Speed 1937. I was like, well, I think the console has agreed with us because it's just spat the disc out. That's basically. It's like, get out. Get out of my console. Well, there's a car. There's a car up in front, but I don't think it's one we're... Yeah, it's not one we're chasing. It's the McLaren, which I think is the car that's actually in 22nd. A. Watson, 58. Yeah, he's getting the blue flags. All right, cheers. 10-4.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
Those music covers with old disc drives. No, I have not seen it, but I know what I'm going to be watching over my dinner tonight. You know. Oh my god, I've just looked at the timing screen. We are 6.5 seconds behind Volkenhorst. Guys, we're going for it. You'd be disappointed in me if I didn't, quite frankly. Yeah, I think we're going to manage like 2, maybe 3 more laps, and we've got 4 laps worth of fuel, so... We're going to be like that old Stereophonics album. Stereophonics have an album called Just Enough Education to Perform. We have just enough petrol to yeet. Oh, hello. Oh, we are closing in. I think most of these are lap cars, though. Yeah, because it says Volkenhorst is 22 seconds behind the next car. So, are you guys ready for the most intense battle for 18th place the motorsport has ever seen? Right, well, the BMW is currently sandwiched in between 2 other cars here. Oh no, hang on. No, the Bentley's one of them. Oh my god. That's the Bentley from earlier. And how slow is this Beamer going? The Emil Frey Jag is pulling aside to let us lap it. And so is the Bentley, which is the car that ruined our race earlier. The front of that car is going to haunt me in my nightmares. But, most importantly, we're up behind the BMW Volkenhorst, who is very, very slow. Oh my god, he's so slow. He's so slow.
Car on the right.
Oh my, we're going to go side by side. I'm going to be on the outside into the bus stop. But we're going to do it. Hell yeah! We made an on-track overtake in this race. Whew, okay. That's good. Right, we are 23.7 seconds behind the Porsche E. Brauner. So, in 4 minutes, I don't think we're going to catch up to that boy. To that boy. But, we'll do our best, you know? 3 laps worth of fuel to go. Lapping an average of 2 minutes 25. Can someone who's good at maths work out how many more laps we're going to end up doing at the current rate? There we go. Either way, I don't think it's going to be more than 3, because we currently have 3 laps worth of fuel on board. Yeah, 3.5 minutes to go. I don't think we'll be able to fit in 3 more laps. So I just panicked for a moment because I looked down at Bräuner's name and saw like a 0.1 gap, and then I was like, oh no, that's the gap to him, that he's behind the car in front of them. I'm still like 20 odd seconds behind, so. But if they want to take each other out, then, you know, be my guest. I'm completely cool with that. Meanwhile, we're 8/10 up, or we were 8/10 up on my personal best lap. Trim like 2 seconds out. Well, actually, wasn't the gap 23 seconds when we came across the start-finish line last time. We trimmed about 4 seconds out on this lap alone. I'm going to go down fighting, and I hope we've put on enough of a show for you guys today. It's been a bit slapdash, it's been a bit chaotic. The first race ended in a bit of a disappointment in the end, so I was a bit embarrassed by that, but I hope it's still been an enjoyable stream for you. And I think this is probably going to be the last lap of the race. And we just put the fastest lap in of the race as well. Kablamo. Thank you, Vic. Zapdos, you've been very good for us. I'm getting Vietnam flashbacks, the fuel lights blinking. But we've got a minute left overall in the race. And even if it's +1 lap after the timer runs out, we should be alright for fuel for that. Oh god. Hang on, we just passed a few guys. Alessandro Pierguidi in the Ferrari. Something's just happened to him because they've suddenly fallen behind us. Must have had to pit. Maybe they ran out of fuel. Imagine. We are 15.5 seconds behind Warner. So we're going to go down all guns blazing, as you'd expect, really. Look, it's me driving a Porsche with Cam watching on. I would not expect anything less. Anything less would be an insult to the mighty badge. Okay, the clock's up. There's no message on the screen to say that this is the final lap. I assume we're going to have to run one more at full speed. Well, that's okay. We've got enough fuel to do that. And that's all that really matters. Closing in so much on corner as well. We are going to run out of time, but it's going to be... I'm going to give it a riddle crack. Is what I would say if I was Australian. Right. Strap in. Let's go full speed for the final lap. Not that I wasn't going full speed already. Thanks for that, Super Mike. I appreciate it. Gap's only 12 seconds now. Down the Kemmel straight for the last time. We're Le Con for the final time.
The leader has finished the race.
And this will be the last lap around. It's the best possible news my fuel tank warning light could possibly receive. 10.1 seconds is the gap. I think we are just going to come up short in the battle for 16th, but never mind. Like I said, what were my goals for this race? Number 1, finish. Number 2, don't finish last. And 3, don't run out of fuel. We are about half a lap away from completing all 3 of those objectives. And I'll take that, quite frankly, as an only part-time amateur sim racer. The 3 things I did in the Lexus, yeah. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah. In the Lexus, I didn't finish. I finished last, and I ran out of fuel. Which I think was unfair on Megatron. He deserved far better than he got. We did get pole. Through Blanchimont for the last time. And give some extra space to Bentleys. Yeah, that might be a pro tip. And there's fireworks going off to celebrate the end of the race. We're going to come home. Oh, hello. We're going to come home sideways and florbling around from the final bus stop. We're going to come across the line and finish 17th in the end.
Alright, the race is over. Good job, mate. You did your best to bring it back to the pits.
Oh, my shoulders are absolutely killing me. Oh, but that'll bring to an end today's stream. There's flares going off in the stands. Obviously, the Max Verstappen stands are out here again, even though he's not even in this race. Shed, Monaco. Spa, Monaco. Shed, Spa. Are you beginning to see the difference yet? That's me just yelling at the fans. Man, what a... Whew, today's been a stream. I think we can safely say that. It was a bit chaotic to start off with. The first race ended in disaster, but we finished the second one. And I hope it was still good fun, because I've really, really enjoyed this game, my time in this game so far. Oh boy, it's good. I can see myself putting some more hours into this one. And I really want to go back and revisit the original Assetto Corsa, maybe with some of the more of the mods and everything on it now. Like, go check out some of the best, like, Le Mans prototype mods and GT stuff and touring car stuff. You know, just get into it finally. Now I've got a computer that can finally run games. And this was the acid test as to whether it can run games like this and stream at the same time. And you know what? Computer? Well done. Round of applause for my computer. Not one single drop frame throughout the entire stream. It's been running this at near on 30 to 60 FPS for the entire stream. And, oh my god, the Tokyo Highway mod for AC1. Yeah, we need to do a stream on that. But yeah, shout out to my computer for hanging in there. Well done. You're going to get a rest. I'm going to go have a beer. And, thank you guys so much for hanging out. What's my CPU temp? Well, it's not on fire, so not that hot. But, thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I admit that it was a bit chaotic. It's the first time I've used this rig with this new desk setup and everything. Hopefully, if we do a sim racing game again, it will be slightly less chaotic, and there'll be slightly less, you know, first out of the stream. It will be slightly less of me falling out of my chair. But we'll see how we go with that. As for the rest of the week, content-wise, tomorrow on my YouTube channel, there will be a 1-year anniversary Q&A video for my YouTube channel. This year, on last year, April 18th, pranging ahead. That's going in the April highlights video. But, yeah, tomorrow on my YouTube channel, there'll be a 1-year anniversary Q&A video. If you have not done already, on Discord or Twitter or Instagram, you can submit your questions for that video. It's basically a first anniversary of the AG Compound YouTube channel. And I'm going to do a Q&A for it, so get your questions in. I'll be filming that tomorrow morning. Then Thursday, Friday, we're back on Ground System 4 as the Nos Lockdown Challenge continues, as we've cleared some of the most epic hurdles in the game already, the 1,000 Miles Championship, and then the driving missions, mother flipping Mission 34. We'll be back at it once again, this time tackling the Gran Turismo World Championship, which should see the debut of one of the Black 4 stealth cars. So, try not to miss that. Unless you've got a legitimate excuse, in which case, fair enough. And then on Sunday, we'll be back on the PC again, playing a driving game. Well, it's not really a driving game, it's a game with cars in it. But we'll be doing our first stream of Automation, which I've been looking forward to streaming for a while. Basically, I came up with the idea for a few months back to do a semi-regular stream on Automation, where we build different types of real-world racing car in Automation, or try to. So the first one is probably going to be a British touring car. It is a driving game. Oh, sorry! Look on the stream, by the way. Yeah, there you go. The stream is just... it's just showing the replay of our incident with the Bentley. That's what just happened. Hang on. What lap's this? No, go back to where we were. Anyway, I don't care. Oh, we're back in. There we go. Yeah. Well, it just showed the Bentley getting spun round, literally 2 cars in front of us. So that explains what happened there. But anyway, yeah. I might see if I can pick up BeamNG and get it working. Because you can then run the cars that you make in Automation on BeamNG. So I'll see if I can play around with that. But either way, Sunday's stream will be on Automation, and we'll probably try and build a British touring car. Which means a front-wheel drive, sort of hatchback saloon, around 300 horsepower, 2-litre engine. And then other than that, we'll just go a bit bananas. So we'll see what happens from there on out. Meantime, thank you all so much for hanging out today. Thank you for the new follows. It was great to see people like Batchos drop by the stream. That was freaking awesome. And thank you all the regulars for showing up, which is great. I'm knackered. So, but it's been a lot of fun. Hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. I'll see you guys again soon.